It's your girl Brittany. I'm back better with another video. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, like the video, and click the bell to be notified of every time I post, because I do post frequently. Y'all already know what we doing. We jumping, skipping, hopping, leaping, doing a Dougie into this video. Make sure y'all check out my link down in my description box below. Become a member on my Patreon. Go over there and watch the clean sweeps that I do, and 18 Young and Turn currently is definitely jumping over there. And a couple things about our faves. All right, without further ado, let's get into this video. So yes, I do not usually do content outside of Now That's TV and Zeus, but honestly, this has been the hottest thing out right now, and I kind of just, not even kind of, I want to get my input, about Cleo going live, Ice Spice getting on Station Head or Twitter, wherever she got on, to respond. And I just want to give my opinion on what I picked up. As y'all know I love to analyze the story, and I like to see what the people are saying and kind of like cut through the corners and get to the real story and not just the filler ends that they like to talk, because I don't be caring about that. So listening to Cleo, listening to her out, do all the little parts and everything, what I picked up first and foremost was that Cleo initiated the friendship. She is the person who seen Ice Spice on the come up, and she liked her music, so therefore it gives me she reached out to Ice Spice, and they created a friendship from there. Another thing that I picked up while Cleo was telling her story was the fact that she had already seen red flags in Ice Spice through the friendship before they even went on tour. She had already felt like Ice Spice was being somewhat calculated. She was picking up on the fact like Ice would ask her to hang out, and then the next day, would ask her to come out or ask her to come out somewhere, and the next day Ice Spice would have a song out. Now I'm gonna say this too, and this is no shade. If she getting less than 10,000 listeners, how are you helping her career? If she asks you to go somewhere or something. Now, I get it maybe for the public, as far as like people who listen to the music, and mostly more so for them blog pages. But in real life, I don't necessarily believe that Cleo helped Ice's career or didn't do anything for, or like lessened her career. I don't think that she did anything for Ice's career as far as like her hanging with you. I don't think that you helped her at all, in my opinion, because if it came to the music thing, she said that you getting less than 10,000 listeners, so how are you helping her? Now, when she starts off her part one, she ends up saying that Ice is intimidated by her. I don't necessarily believe intimidated is the right word. I don't necessarily feel like Ice was intimidated by her. I think it was more so of a thing of, you are nagging me and you keep nagging me, and you think that you're supposed to get the treatment I'm supposed to get, and you're living in delusion if you feel like you're going to get the same treatment I'm going to get. Now, is that right? No, I do believe that I should have let her know how the game worked, but two, I don't think Ice has ever, I don't know. Well, no, she was on Doja Cat's tour, but she was already like established by the time she got on Doja Cat's tour. And Cleo is not established in the same way Ice is or Doja Cat is, So certain things that Ice could do, or if Ice did on Doja Cat's tour, it's a peak. It's a limit, because we are always going to be here for the headliner, the person that everybody's coming to see. We can care less about the people at the bottom unless they are already established. Now, if they're already established to an extent, we're going to make sure they have a room. We're going to make sure they're good. But if you're not established yet, we're not going to do the same for you. That's horrible, but we're not going to do the same for you. So she ends up saying, like, this is the beginning of her stuff. So, and I kind of skipped through a little bit of it because I cannot stand, when I say I cannot stand I don't know who needs to hear this speech, That irritates the hell out of me. Just say that you came on here to vent and you wanted to talk about your ex-friend. You just wanted to vent to us and tell us what she did to you. It ain't no, I don't know who needs to hear this. We did not need to hear it. You just wanted to tell us, and you wanted to get us in your business, and you wanted everybody to be on your side. That's what it was. So, no, I hate when people do that. That irritates the mess out of me. So, in her, I don't know who needs to hear this, she ends up, and after she said that Ice is intimidated by her, she ends up saying that Ice is jealous, fake, calculated. She said more words, but those were the words that popped out to me. Like I said, the 3 that popped out to me was jealous, fake, and calculated. So I'm like, jealous, fake, calculated. I feel like all them is a stretch. And also her still going to, I don't know who needs to hear this rant. She was like, we deserve to know who we're obsessed with and who Ice really is as a human being. Once again, you just wanted to vent. You could have easily came on there and just said, hey, let me tell y'all why me and Ice not friends no more. And you saying that we deserve to know who we are obsessed with. This is just one version of Ice. People are like an onion. This is just one version of her when it came to you. But this is not Ice Spice as a full-on person. This is just who she was to you in that time frame. So, is you just showing us a layer of Ice Spice to be like aware of, more so than like, oh, let me tell you who this person is and who this person is as a human being. Okay, cool. I had to get that out of the way. So Ice Spice ends up calling Cleo, telling her like she miss her, she want her to come on tour. Cleo ends up declining because she thinking like, oh girl, you want me to just watch you on tour? No. So Ice like, no, I want you to perform. So they gave Cleo a slot at 7:30, basically when nobody's there, nobody's gonna see her, all that. But mind you too, she only gets less than 10,000 listeners. And she mad about the slot. And Ice only gave her 1 day to prepare. And Ice ends up telling her like, oh girl, you don't need nothing. I got you. You with me the whole time. Okay, cool. Now, okay, let's start off with this. Oh yeah, and Ice told her too she can't bring nobody. She can't bring nobody. I believe, yes, like this. Cleo felt like this was an opportunity for her career. Like, oh, Ice has never went out her way to repost my music, to do anything that showed me like she supports my career. She hasn't done anything to do that. So, this looks like she's supporting me as my friend. And so, it do seem like you're a little jealous of her. I can't lie. I mean, and it's not jealousy in a way of like, ooh, I hate your outfits, I hate this, but just like jealous of the girl position. Because from what I pick up, like I said, she ain't never reposted me. She never posted none of my songs, nothing. She never brought me out on stage. What you looking for is a handout. What you looking for her is to help boost your career. That's what it's giving. You looking for her to give you some of her clout. That's what it's giving me. You looking for her to give you some of her clout. But then too, you trying to check her on stuff here and there. So when she called her jealous, that's what way I think that Ice Spice thought that she was jealous. Like, you jealous of my position because you want to be in my position. But, and mind you, because every chance you get, you clocking me on how I'm not helping you get in a position. And that's not my job, which is not her job. Her job is just to be her friend. And that's what it seemed like Ice was trying to give her a normal friendship. But Cleo was looking for Ice to be friend and business partner. Friend and promoter. Now, she only had 1 day to prepare to go on tour. My thing is just me. I mean, I'm not an artist or nothing. And I definitely understand it's the opportunity. But I would have told her like, okay, let me really think on it. Let me talk to my manager about it. I appreciate the opportunity, but let me sit with it. Because I do believe when you rush into stuff and you don't sit on it, that it does start becoming a mistake, because you just happy about getting an opportunity and not the details that come with that opportunity, or the responsibilities that come with the opportunity. So she asked Ice, like, oh, what do I need, this and that, yada yada yada. Ice told her, oh, Nan, you good, you with me. But still, as a grown woman to another grown woman, I would have still brought me some backup money. I don't care how much somebody say they're going to take care of me. I still would have brought me some backup money. Yes, you an independent artist, but I still would have brought me some backup money. Period, point and blank. I wouldn't have dare went nowhere when I ain't have no type of money, or I'm looking for somebody to take care of me fully all the way. In my opinion, she should have knew some type of way she wasn't going to get accommodated with everything. So that was like, to me, okay, you ain't got no money. So I did not go through every last one of her things. I stopped at part 4. Okay, I did not get to the chicken salad and all that, because I'm like, okay, well, I already seen heard what I needed to hear. Because at that point, it started, we just going on a tangent. Like, I get it. Okay, the steakhouse and all that type of stuff. Like, yeah, everything was solidified by part 4 for me. So she ends up saying the first incident where they got into it was about the bag situation. So security brings all their bags up, and then when it's time to go, they gotta take a shower and I guess get ready for the next performance or something. He takes Ice's 10 bags down and leaves Cleo's 1 bag. Now, let's be clear too. Number one, the budget is obviously tight if it's just one security person on her. The budget is extra tight. Because why is it not 2 or 3? I don't know how many dancers she got. I'm going to add in and say she probably got like 3 to 6 dancers. Hair, makeup, manager. I didn't go to Ice White's concert, so I don't necessarily know like what the production is looking like or anything. Her DJ, I'm sure her DJ, but like production, if like she had a set or something, they probably don't ride with them. But like the makeup, I know she said the makeup artist and the hairstylist, they rode with them, and I'm sure like the dancers too. Like the people who are somewhat in the forefront and behind the stage as far as glam all rode together. So security took all of Ice's 10 bags down and basically was like, Cleo need to get her own bag. So Cleo then goes into like, why he can't take my bag? And yes, it's 1 measly bag. Absolutely. And like, mind you, I love Armand. Love him down. Armand, I like the way Armand broke it down. I definitely see what he was talking about, because Armand was like, the man could have took the bag, but he a man, so he would have just took his own bag. But the man could have took his bag, and Cleo was like, he could have took my 1 measly bag. But for me, I feel like this is where Ice Spice manager jumps in at, and the manager probably was like, we not paying for him to get Cleo bag. Not only that, you don't need to get comfortable, because if you go on another tour, they're not going to get your bags. They're going to be like, oh, you're here for the opportunity. You're here. I've just sure that we picked you. So you shouldn't be a problem. You should not be a nuisance. You should just get your bag and shut up and be thankful to be here. More so. So to me, he didn't get her bag because they didn't want. First of all, number one, him as the security was like, I'm not getting your bag. I'm not finna be a bus boy. I already gotta carry around her 10,000 bags. Then you want to add 10,001? I'm not finna do that. And that's understandable. And yes, it's just 1 more bag, but it's the principle of I did 10 bags. I'm doing 10 bags every day. So no, an 11th bag is gonna hurt me. Period. And if you're not helping pay for it, and he probably did talk to a manager or something and was like, I got Cleo, that's the extra charge if I get her back. She's not a part of the budget. No, you just get ice bags. And whatever Ice bags is probably like hair, makeup, and all that. But that's all included in her stuff. So of course he's getting those bags. Them clothes, them not just the clothes. You know, she barely wears anything on the stage anyway. So them is not all of just clothes. Them probably wigs and, you know, everything else. So yeah, I'm already having to tote all this stuff. I'm already having to put all this stuff in the car. You want me to add on you to make it convenient for you when most likely he's already done this before and he already know how the game go. So he can already set the boundary of, that's not my job. I'm not getting paid extra to do that. Number two, the next person who probably put that in place was Ice's manager. We are not paying for Cleo to feel special. Cleo is not our artist, so we are not finna make sure Cleo is okay as far as her bags. Cleo is not the star here. Cleo is coming on at 7:30. If anything, if we being for real, she shouldn't even. I don't know how long the tour was, and it's okay to have a suitcase, but if you know you finna go in and out these venues, you gotta do what you gotta do. It's giving backpack. It's giving backpack homegirl. And, you know, you getting your makeup done. And, you know, I don't know. I just feel like you on the grind. So, to an extent, I'm thinking that she curling her own hair and doing all that type of stuff. But we're going to get to that. But, yeah, when it comes to the bags, I understand I'm not getting paid extra to get your bags. So, no. And she was like, well, how much I got to pay? That's what you need to be talking to him about. Well, how much I need to pay you to get these bags? What, you want me to tip you every time? I got to give you $20 or something every time? And I get it. Like, she is a girl. And it is like, I don't want to get my bags. But at the same time, like, yes, it's just a bag. But something in your mind should have told you. If you already feel like she calculated, she be moving funny with you. Just why would you think it was gonna be peaches and cream? I don't know. I just didn't understand the mindset of just thinking that everything was gonna be accommodated for her. Cleo confronts Ice in the hotel, and mind you, from what I'm picking up, this your second time confronting her. This is why she don't hang out with you like that, cause it gives you always got a problem. Like you can't just let stuff be. You know, okay, you had to go get your own bags. And she said that the car ride was awkward. Didn't nobody say nothing. You know, but I feel like that could have been a great moment for you to be like, hey, you know, do I need to pay you to get my bags? Because, you know, it was so many steps. You know, what's your rate for you to get my bags? Because, you know, it was a whole bunch of steps or whatever the case is. And, you know, I want to be treated like royalty too around here. So I don't want to get my bags. And she ended up saying that Ice didn't want to advocate for her in no way. But Ice is, this not coming out of Ice's pocket to advocate for you. This is not, all this stuff is paid for by her label. So it's not her necessarily advocating for you. It's more so, this ain't even my money to be really advocating. And two, you know, you think they finna take it out of my pocket extra because you ain't want to carry no bag? Oh, no, we're not doing that. She said that she confronts Ice about it, and then Ice ends up, you know, like kind of brushing her off like, oh, that's mad crazy. Like, yeah, I seen he didn't get your bags. So then she was like, yeah, you know, can you get can he get my bag, da, da, da. So Ice ends up saying, like, he has to stay with me. He cannot leave me. And then Cleo, like, well, he left you here, he left you there, he left you everywhere. So then I snapped on her. Ice was like, basically, Ice was, in my opinion, trying to be nice about the situation and not let her know, like, girl, this is not your tour. Like, you are an opener. You're not a headliner. You're an opener. You know, when you're an opener, like, you just get what you can. That's not right, but that's what it is. So, you know, you could pay him. And, you know, she could have broke it down like, hey, this is not my money, da, da, da. She could have did that. But Ice had caught an attitude and Ice was like, why would I wait on him to bring your bags up? I'm not about to wait on him. And basically, you know, giving very much like, girl, this is my tour. this is my birthday. It's my birthday. You ain't the birthday girl. You the friend of the birthday girl, but you ain't the birthday girl. So you're not finna get treated like you the birthday girl. It's my birthday. So no, we not waiting on him to get your stuff. If it was any other person, you would have just got your stuff. So just get your stuff. I move on to the next example that she gave, which was sleeping with ice. Now, I felt this one in my soul, because I'm the same way. I'm the type of person, I need my time. Cleo, in my opinion, is like in sacrifice mode, more so like trying to complain about stuff, and trying to set boundaries when you don't necessarily have the money to be setting boundaries, or me and you really don't have like a super close friendship like that for you to be like just setting these boundaries. This is stuff that we should have talked about before, and this is when you could tell they truly not like homegirls. So she was sleeping with ice every night. And in my opinion, I'm not going to lie to you. This is my tour. I'm the queen. You go get on the bunk. Can't lie to you. I'm being just for real. Cannot lie to you. Go get on the bunk. You is not sleeping with me every night. No, ma'am. And I definitely understood what I said when she said play. Yes, every night. And even if I wanted to read a book, even if I just want the bed to myself, like, no, ma'am. You not sleeping in here every night. No, ma'am. Like, sometimes I want to fart. What if I got a fart? They be like, what if I got a fart real bad? No, ma'am. I'm not giving you that. You're not getting that. No, ma'am. Absolutely not. You need to get out. Like, you cool, but you ain't cool. So, Ryan ends up coming, and my man is in the building. You know what that means. You know what that means. Yeah, we got them. Yeah. Like, yeah, you gotta know. So, she tells her, take a bunk because my man coming. So, they end up getting to the hotel. To me, it made no sense why Cleo went and asked, hey, Ice, did y'all make sure I had a hotel room? Or do I need to give me a hotel room? And this is why I say emergency money comes into play. So, they get on the elevator. You, in my opinion, you set yourself up to be embarrassed. How you gonna get on the elevator? And that means y'all have skipped the whole front desk and got on the elevator. You on the elevator with her. The security already said he not gonna take your bags, and her man. The security is only on there because her and Ryan are on there. He's not going in the room with them. He gonna guard the door. So the only person left who looking like Boo Boo the Fool here is you. So Ice ends up asking her in front of them, like, you gonna get you a room? Because I hope you don't think you finna sleep in my bed again with my man here. And I hope you don't think that you in the room with us. And she's always trying to embarrass somebody. I don't think that was her trying to embarrass you. I think it was just like, girl, we just passed the front desk. It's me, you, my man, and my security. I hope you not thinking you finna get off with me. So before we get to the door and you come to the door with us, I just don't want to embarrass you as far as like you get into the door with us. And I'm like, what you doing? And she was like, she could have just texted me. She could have. I get her that. She could have texted her and just was like, girl, hey, make sure you get you a room. And like I said, this is where extra funds come in at, cause you could have got you a room. Like, no shade, not trying to be funny, but you should have got you a room. You should have known what type of timing she was on. So I don't know if I said this early on. No, I didn't. But if I did, oh well, I'm saying it again. But I don't think I did. She had ended up saying something, and it was in the midst of one of these stories. She was like, what she had said? She had said she that type of person where God wouldn't put her in situations, if he couldn't let her make it through. I'm not that type of person. I don't believe in stuff like that. I believe sometimes when you catch yourself in situations, you get yourself out of them. She said that her mama wanted to see her perform, and I understand that. But if I'm going on at 7:30, and if I'm getting treated bad, my mama would have had to see me somewhere else. I would have had to record it for my mama because ain't nobody in the seats. I can get the hairstylist, since I'm just so cool with her. Let me get her to record me. Or the makeup artist. Or my makeup artist. Let me get somebody to record me while I'm out there. Because my thing is, if I'm feeling mistreated, I'ma leave. If they can't get me a chicken salad, which they told her that she wasn't in the budget for a chicken salad, and we're gonna get to that. But like, if I can't get a chicken salad, if they ain't never got no room for me. Now, the dressing room thing, they said that's how they do newcomers. Like, when you don't really have a platform, like, you just have to thug it out. Oh, you know what? She ended up saying that too. We finna get to that. But like, to me, if I'm feeling so mistreated, uncomfortable, it's incident after incident after incident, what I'm gonna do is, and I ain't even on the flyer, I'm gonna take myself out of the equation. Because I would prefer, and then too, you're not getting paid. Let's be clear, you're not even getting paid to do this. So truly, what are you here for? And your slot is at 7:30. And nobody's there. Really, what is the purpose of thugging it out? It's giving misery loves company for me. It's giving me you wanted to stay. You wasn't that bing bang hurt. It wasn't that bad. Because if I'm just so uncomfortable, if I'm so miserable, I'm going to find a way to leave. And I'm a big proponent. I'm a big proponent on having like your own place, your own transportation, and your own money. Because if I want a chicken salad, I'm going to buy me a chicken salad. If I want you to get these bags, I'm going to ask you, what's your rate to get these bags? And then you going to get them bags, and then let me see if I can pay one of these dancer boys something cheaper to get my bags, or get cool with one of them and see if they get my bag for me. I don't feel like it was any hustle in her. I think it was just more so, like she said, she felt like Ice was her friend, and her friend was supposed to look out. And to an extent, yes, your friend can look out for you. But two, your friend is the star. You're not. And to an extent, I don't think that Ice thought her whole thing through about like, girl, I got you. Because once she got on it, it was about her. Mind you, this is her first solo tour. So, it's really about me, myself, and I. And Ice really felt like she was doing you a favor, in my opinion. She felt like she was doing you a favor. So, if I'm doing you a favor, all you need to do is be grateful and shut up. That's what it was given. But you so nitpicky, and it's not like you being nitpicky on purpose, or it's not like you're being annoying. Because to me, you asking real questions, and this is your first time, so you really don't know how the game go. And that's okay. We're going to spare you because it is your first time. But then, after a while, some should have clicked and told you that you were not going to be treated as if you were Ice. Even if Ice wanted to look out for you, it's people in position that's not going to look out for you as they would look out for her, because she is the artist. She is the headliner. She's not an opener. It's her tour. So, of course, it's all about Ice. Everybody here is thinking about Ice to the spice, okay? From production to dancers to makeup to hair to managers to anything. We're thinking about Ice and making sure Ice is good. Cleo is last on the totem pole of our give a dang. Let's be clear. So, she ends up saying she had no dressing room, da-da-da-da. And I don't know which one came before, but I'm just giving y'all examples. So, she said she had no dressing room. She never had nowhere to dress. When she asked the people, like, can I get dressed somewhere? They like, girl, get in that bathroom and shut up. So, she asked Ice, could she come and change in her room? Which, I didn't feel like that was a problem. But once again, Ice is on her diva. Ice is, I'm sure she couldn't go change in Doja Cat's dress. They probably had security at the door. Why are you coming in here? Why are you talking to her? No, you can't talk to her. No. If it was Beyonce, you opening for Beyonce, girl, you think they letting you in that room? No. And like I said, you said the budget was small for Ice Spice's tour. So, I think she said New York is where they did it at. She asked her, could she come in the room and get ready in the room. I told her, come see the room. So I felt like she was saying, come see the room, like it's too small. Like, she ain't give her an immediate yes. She ain't be like, oh yeah, girl, you can get ready in here. She said, come see the room. Come see the room is, this room not big enough for me and you. It's only big enough for me and all my stuff. So Cleo was like, it was a decent size to where me and her, and we were like back to back. And I think Ice is thinking, this is my stuff. I'm not going to keep accommodating you. Why do I just keep accommodating you? And probably too, the managers, all them probably was like, why do we having to keep accommodating her? She ain't got no money. She ain't brought no money on the tour. She always complaining. It's always a problem with her every day. We getting tired of her. And I really think that's what it is. So Cleo ended up saying something about like, we supposed to thug it out. We gonna make it work because we girls. Thug it out. I've already made it. I don't need to thug nothing out with you. And she wasn't finna thug nothing out with you because it's not like both of y'all are going to perform at 7:30 and then she perform at 8:30. She's the headliner. This is her show. So she don't have to thug nothing out because she ain't already made it to where she need to be. So she's not thugging anything out with you. You're being a nuisance. You're being very annoying. You keep nitpicking, and then you want to confront me every time something don't go your way. Every time something was an inconvenience to you, you want to nitpick me and feel like because we cool, you supposed to just always say something to me, and then I supposed to just snap my fingers and make it right for you. No. So that got on my nerves. And then let's get to the hairstylist. So I don't really have any more examples because, like I said, I started at part 4. I did hear about the chicken salad thing and how they end up going to the steakhouse and left her the hairstylist and makeup artist. So we're going to get to that. The chicken salad thing, they didn't have her in the budget. Now, from what Ice Spice said was that Cleo was like a vacuum. She was eating up everything because she didn't have to pay for it. You just eating. You ain't eating like you at home. You eating like somebody else paying for it. So they probably don't got you in the budget because every time you eat, you eating like you starving. So we're going to take you out the budget because we was being nice. And I don't know how long they was on the tour, but that do add up. And mind you, everybody else here as far as dancers, hair, makeup, security, everybody's getting paid out of the label's pocket. Everybody's getting paid by the label except you. They were expecting her to have some type of money. Like, at a certain point, I wouldn't even kept asking. I would have just, got my own food. I don't know. For me, I would have got my own food if I would have just had to meet y'all everywhere. Or, like I said, if I'm uncomfortable and it's always a problem, they can't fit my chicken salad in the budget, I'm going to go home. At a certain point, I would have been like, enough is enough. Let me go home. So the hairstylist. If I was the hairstylist, listen, hairstylist, baby, we're not back in high school. You should have kept your head down and shut up. My thing is this. If the label paying me, she paying me, and they paying me to come in here and do a job, that's all I'm here to do. I'm not here like talking about it wasn't fun. Da, da, da. Girl, what's the new show going on? What's the new anime that just came out? Girl, I would be on the phone, writing, doing a wig. I'd have been finding something to do. I'm not here to make friends with y'all. And I think, as I'm getting older, really learning that I'm not here to make no friends with y'all. You know, you have your friends, you have your people, and then you go to work. And you going to work. You're not going to be nobody bestie. And to me, if Ice Spice is already treating her wrong, and yeah, I can speak to you. I can say, hey, anybody, you know, if we go to breakfast in the morning, we can go to breakfast together and everything. But I'm here to do my job. I'm not here to comfort you because you and your friend got something going on. It's not my part. And that's why the makeup artist the hairstylist and the makeup artist, I don't even know how the makeup artist got into it. Because if I'm a makeup artist, I'm like, what I do? I ain't do nothing. I ain't bothering nobody. I'm doing my job. Like, why I got marked off the list? I'm hungry. But for me, I just believe the makeup artist, the hairstylist should have just stayed in her place and did her job. Because I'm not going to be putting nothing, because if that girl go on tour again, or you know what I'm saying, she go around the world, you wanna be able to keep your job. Whatever that label paying you, I'm sure they're paying you more than enough to keep your job. I'm not going to mess up my job for somebody who came on here for free. I'm sorry. I'm not doing it, because you really do have the opportunity. You not chucking up no bags up no steps. The stuff you need is in them 10 that he already chucked up here. And if I see y'all got a problem, I'm going to mind my business, because one thing about it, like I said, if she need her hair done again, she need to call me. She need to continue to use me in her service. This girl ain't blew up yet. I could be cool, I could be cordial with you, but I'm here to do a job, and that's what it is. I'm here to do a job. Because it gave me very much so. The hairstylist always had a room. She had somewhere to lay her head. Whether it was a bunk or a hotel room, the hairstylist was put in the budget. She hungry, they got her something to eat. It was no problem on the company card. But Cleo, once again, is an opener, so they're not paying for the opener. They're not paying for you to be accommodated because you were last minute. You wasn't part of the budget. You know, they just brought you on just in case if people get there at 7 o'clock, they got some type of entertainment. And we don't know how long your slot is, and she felt like she was doing you a favor. And to a degree, she was doing you a favor, but if you knew your slot was at 7:30 and Ice Spice don't get on till 10, 11, yeah, I am kind of like, is this a really great opportunity? And not only that, if we keep having incident after incident happen, like I said before, I'm going to remove myself from the situation. So for me, she came on there to vent. She came on there to really have people like kind of dog Ice Spice. And I don't necessarily know like all the feedback that she got. But early on when she was giving the story, I was just like, girl, you dragging it, you gagging it, because you thought that she was going to treat you like a friend when you had gave little bits and pieces of y'all friendship, and y'all was not friends like that. It wasn't genuine, like, this my bestie, this my hunger, this somebody I knew for years. Y'all been knowing each other for 2 years, never really kicked it with each other like that for real, for real. Y'all had never stayed around each other like that. She said that. They ain't never spent night at each other's house or anything like that. It gave, like, industry friends. So, to me, that's what you should treat it as. This is my industry friend, and even if she would have told you, you cool, everything on me, you already seen that she was so calculated. My opinion is, I would have still brought me some type of emergency money. I would still have me some form of money, period, point and blank. So that way, when I'm ready to jump on the next plane, I can do that with no problem. And two, I feel like to an extent, Cleo has messed up her opportunities, because you're complaining. It's probably people that do worse. It's probably people that had done worse. It was one rapper, I forgot his name. He got a show on Netflix. He was saying for 2 years he was carrying somebody's bags around, like he was like the bag boy. For 2 years he was on somebody's tour, and they weren't paying for them to do nothing. They was just carrying bags around, trying to get an opening spot, and they got it like the last their second year. So, you know, being in the industry, I'm sure is very hard. Like, it's a lot of people who got their nose up. But, two, I just feel like to an extent, some of the things that she was looking for, she should have known was not going to be accommodated to her because she's not the star. And also, too, you know, your homegirl is a star, but you already feel like she calculated. She be acting funny with you. She really use you, you know, here and there. Y'all ain't really, like, close for real like that. And your guard, your antennas was already up. And to me, you just can't shut up. Let me add that in there too. You don't never know when to be quiet. You trying to, you know, clock her, write down everything. So when y'all get off the tour, you finna send her this whole novel about stuff that she did. I just wouldn't have been friends with her no more. And we would have tied that up. But you was very thirsty to get closure. You wanted to out her. You wanted to all let us know that she was a bad person. And these people do not care. Not a bit, not a lick. These people are still going to go listen to her music. It might be some people, you know, that see her character and like, oh, she do too much. Like, she real fake and phony, da-da-da-da. But a lot of people don't care. A lot of people don't care. They're not going to go scream your music. They're not going to do anything. They're going to go about their life. This was just tea. And it was just tea. It ain't nothing more to it, but, oh, this was tea. Yes, tea on Ice Spice once again. Ice Spice can't keep a friend to save her life. Like, you know, it'd have been like that. But, yeah, like I said, I feel like she was just venting, complaining. And if you was so hurt that she did all this and that, you should just left. Didn't nobody tell you to stick through that and stay through that? You chose. That was a decision. Trying to bring God into this. No, ma'am. That was a decision that you made with your own heart, was to stay in that situation. If you felt so uncomfortable, if it was just that bad, and you know, I'm not denying that she probably did feel uncomfortable. You know, it probably was times that she had to be like, dang, like, really? I'm not denying that, but two, you chose to stay. You chose to stay and then wanted to write this girl this essay like this girl care. That girl did not care. That was her tour. It was all about her. Yeah, I don't know why you would think that she would be stunning you like that when it was her tour. But that's all I got for you guys in this video. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, like the video, and click the bell. I'm going to see y'all in the next one. Bye.